G'day and welcome to a new video. Today is 2 weeks post renovation on this front lawn, looking to get some products down on it, and let's just have a little bit of a look at how it's ticking along. The recovery on this lawn so far has been a little bit slow, but about what I've expected, to be honest. We had our little false spring where there was some fantastic weather, mid-20s, beautiful forecasts, and that was good to get our soil temperatures up a lot earlier than what would typically happen, but then it's died off. So 8 days ago, Tuesday, we had 50 mil of rain. Then Thursday night, we had another 12, which was really good. The lawn, there are parts of it that are just a tiny bit damp, some of it that have dried out. So that's how long it's taken to dry out, which just shows you that the temperatures have clearly not been warm enough. And we've also got more rain, 10 or 15 mils expected tomorrow, which will probably keep me damp enough on the top dressing for another few days. And then it's going to rain again Sunday. So yeah, not needing to use much water from my sprinklers, which is really, really good. But yeah, recovery about what I've expected. So for context, on my back lawn, when I renovated it in January this year, I was mowing, laying stripes 9 days later. Soil temperatures that time of year, really nice and warm. So there was that warmth in the soil to, even if there wasn't warm days, which it was mid-January, so there was warm temperatures, and it did mean renovating at that time that I needed a lot more water, but the lawn came back super, super quick. In this case, yeah, like I said, elevated temperatures slightly, but not enough to make sure this absolutely roars back to life. In saying that, there is some really, really nice green in here, some really nice coverage, some areas where it's a bit heavier, the top dress, and so it is coming through there slowly, and that's only going to pick up more and more. So yeah, I guess I always knew I was doing my renovation a little bit early, because probably from about July I was planning my renovation for when it happened a couple of weeks ago and organising it with some of the sponsors and things that I had. So yeah, all of those things considered, you know, family holiday coming up, they're all reasons why I knew I was going to be doing it. But honestly, if you can be patient, because I know a lot of people that get into lawn care and they're really excited about it and they just go out in September in Victoria and nail their lawns. But a lot better way forward is to take your time with it, get the lawn looking good, get some fertilizer into it, and then get your renovation done October, November. And now this is what I talked about last video as an important step in your renovation recovery, is getting out, using your leveling rake, just in case, just for any little mounds that were left over when, you know, it was the end of your lawn renovation and you were absolutely stuffed and you might not have absolutely done it perfectly. It's just gonna happen. You're never gonna top dress and get it absolutely perfect and level. There's gonna be parts that you might miss or not do a great job of. It's just a reality. So coming out here right now, I can already feel, just in this tiny little section, there's a couple of spots where I've just knocked the top off a couple of little slightly higher points. Overall, I'm not seeing much movement, which is good. It means that there's already pretty level. That there is a bit of a hump, typically. It looks like I've done a decent job of that. Could probably fill it in just slightly, but when I renovate the front lawn in about 4 weeks' time, I'll probably come out here and I'll be mowing flat out by then, so I'll come out and here and there just top up a couple of little shovelfuls of sand and get it really, really nice. And like I've talked about before, I've mentioned before, this top dress was super, super heavy, and that's another reason why it's taking time to grow back through there. I'll never need to top dress this heavy again. I've got about 2 cubic meters on 180 square meters here. Next renovation on this, I'll be getting about 1 cubic meter, I reckon. Really light layer. So you can see this spot here where it's really, you know, it's really obvious that it's been flattened out. That is one little high spot that I was able to knock the top off, which was really, really good. Not many of those spots, but definitely throughout all of these 5 sections, there was little spots where I was able to knock off a few little humps, and definitely a lot of benefit to doing that. And if you're looking at around about this sort of coverage, be looking to do that depending how happy you are with your levels and how uneven it was to start with. Every few days or so, I'll probably look to do this in about another week, depending on the rainfall that we get and whatnot, and when this lawn dries out again. On that note, to take this area for an example, down that top end, really dry, and doing this I felt was a lot more beneficial and worked a lot better. Right here, wet, still a bit damp, and there's a naturally damp area of this front lawn, so it didn't work as well. And now this product I'm about to apply, I think is going to be the most important one this season, along with a good quality granular fertilizer, which is going to give nice nutrition to your lawn. I feel like soil wetter, wetting agents are going to be incredibly important any summer, but especially this summer coming with how hot and dry it's expected to be. It's really nice for us here in Victoria at the moment to be getting some good rain. There's even been floods out in the east, which has been yeah, just crazy, because they had bushfires as well, which is insane for September. So yeah, the season's nuts. What this wetting agent's gonna do is it's gonna get down into the soil, and it just helps soil to absorb water more. Otherwise it can just sit on the surface, it cannot be absorbed by the plant. It's just gonna help with absorption and just reduce the amount of water that you actually need. Without soil wetter, you might be looking at your lawn thinking you need to water it 3 times a week. With this, it's gonna help you to get away with 1 time a week. So less water, more drought tolerant lawn, which is what we want. So today is a little bit breezy, I'm not gonna bullshit ya. I am going to get my PPE on and still spray this boom attachment, which I got from Sylvan. And if you just put in and Google Sylvan dealers or the Sylvan website, there's a spot there for Sylvan dealers. I think you can even order them online. I'm sure there's other places that do them as well, but that's just where I got mine and who have supported me in the world of sprayers. So I find with this sprayer, I can get it really low to the ground. Is quite powerful to shoot straight down at the ground with minimal drift. I'm still gonna get some drift. I wouldn't be doing this with a herbicide or something a little more harsh, but either way, my irrigation, my first lot of irrigation equipment for the back lawn, which is getting done in 4 weeks time, which I'm over the moon about, that's just about to be delivered. It was windier earlier. There's probably been a bit of wind effects throughout the first part of the video, and it just died off as I started this clip, picked up a little bit. So it's a little bit breezy, so when I come out to spray, I'll be careful of that. I'll get PPE on, and I will make sure that I kind of, when the breeze picks up, I'll stop. And then when it picks up again, sorry, when it dies off, that's when I'll spray. So I'll get this out soon, once Adam's gone. All right, it's really still right now, so I'm making the most of it and getting this sprayed. Soil wetter application is much better off being down on your lawn. Probably sort of are in the region of about 2 weeks or a week pre-renovation, just because then it's there, it's in the soil and it's working. For me, it's not as pivotal in this exact instance because it's not super hot right now. Been fortunate enough to have a lot of rain, which has kept the area moist in the first place, so that's good. And so yeah, if this had been a summer renovation, then it would have been a lot more critical for me. And if this soil was particularly hydrophobic, which is not. Got my mask here, but I'm right this second not stuffing around with it, making the most of the fact that it's really still. Full length pants and top on. Even though a soil wetter, this particular soil wetter, not, you know, not one of the more, I don't know the right language, but it's all good. Spray license is definitely something I plan on doing and looking into in the coming months. It'd be great to do it this growing season, just to continue to upskill. It's a topic that not a lot of people, I think, like to get into, like to steer clear of. I didn't even expect to talk about it right now in this clip, but look, just being realistic, and even like I said before, a bit of breeze around today, but these are my precautions. I've got really good conditions right now. So if you have the luxury of time when you are spraying anything, that you can kind of hang around a bit, keep an eye on the conditions and wait, by all means, do it. So I've done that evenly, 2 directions. We'll get it done now on this section as well. The footprints are coming through here a little bit. Don't really want to be walking over the lawn, which is another reason why you know, it's good to get all your stuff down prior to the renovation. When it comes to applying products with your reno, it's good to do it pre-top dressing. I like to do my granular fertilizer, my Saliprin pre-top dress. But anyway, bit of breeze, I'll stop. So there, look, I was looking to and sort of planning to do my first mow on Friday and then apply a liquid fertilizer, because it's about 4 or 5 weeks since my last application. Looking around at the coverage I've got, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'll wait until next Tuesday. I think I'll come out and I will mow. I'll spray my liquid fertilizer. I'll let it sit on the areas where there's lots of leaf for a couple of hours, and then I'll come out and do some light watering, because that lawn tips mix that I use, you can use it as a foliar application that sits on the leaf, but you can also use it as one that gets watered in. Seen Ben before do it where he will let it sit for a bit and then water it in. So anyway, I was going to do that Friday and add that on to the end of this video, but I think that'll do for this one. Going to spray this out nice and evenly. Really looking forward to first mow, which will be next video, and I'll show you what to look out for when it comes to doing your first mow after renovation or when you're seeding. Yeah, keep getting this out. This beautiful 26-degree day is going to kick us along a lot. Tomorrow's 13 degrees and rain is not going to do much for us. But yeah, we'll keep it going. I'll see you in the next video.